Jordan, let's start with the goal for the U.S. national team. How did that feel, getting the equalizer that late in that game?
Yeah, it felt great. Tough environment to play in, so being able to help the team get a result felt really good. And it's my first goal for the national team in a while, so every time you put on that jersey, it's an honor. And so to score a goal felt really good.
You looked like the field was quite dirty. How was it playing on that kind of a surface?
Yeah, it was tough conditions for sure, with the rain and the mud, but super proud of the team's fight and effort and resilience to come back in that game in a tough environment. But yeah, it definitely wasn't ideal conditions.
How do you feel the team is overall sitting here, looking at the World Cup coming up in a number of months, and we'll see what that roster looks like, but how do you feel the team is setting up for the Cup coming up?
Yeah, really good. I mean, every time we get together, it's a chance to build and continue to grow as a team. There's not a lot of opportunities left before the World Cup, so every chance we get is really important. I thought this camp was a good step forward.
And now you come back to the Sounders here, coming off of a 4-0 win over Vancouver. LAFC big match coming up on Saturday. How was it to rejoin the group today?
Yeah, it's always great to come back. We got a really good group here. Obviously, a really good result the other day. It just shows the quality that we have in this team. But yeah, an exciting match coming up this weekend. They're a good team. It's always a little bit of a rivalry, I think, with them, with LAFC, and they're doing really well, so it'll be a big game.
On that rivalry point there, I mean, you guys have knocked them out of the playoffs a couple times there. Do you feel that when you're in matches that there is some hostility from both sides?
I think maybe a little bit. I know we've had some good results against them in the playoffs. I'm sure that some of the guys think about that on their team a bit, but no, I mean, they're a really good team, and it's always a quality game.
All right, so let's just say 12 hours from right now, Seattle is selected as a host city for the World Cup. What will your reaction be at that point, knowing that the World Cup is coming to your hometown?
It's incredibly exciting. I think that the fan base here deserves it. You see over the years since the team's been, before the team's been in MLS, but I think it became more known when the team came into MLS just how great the fan base is here. We're incredibly lucky. We have the best fans in the league, so they deserve it. We deserve to host a game here. Just the passion for the sport in this city is amazing, and that'd be really exciting.
Yeah, for you, if the United States were to play, theoretically, and if Seattle is a host city, to don the red, white, and blue in your hometown, what would that feel like?
Yeah, amazing. I know there was a game here that I wasn't a part of that was in Seattle, and it was just really cool to see the U.S. playing.
Were you there that?
I was, yeah, I was in the stands, and it was just really cool. Like I said, the fans deserve it, the city deserves it. It'd be a really cool thing.
Just want to go back real quick to that moment where you're about to come in. It's 1-0. The team is down. What goes through your mind? For one, the moment in the game, and then for two, considering that you've had some injuries and going to a field in that nature, like what goes through your mind?
Yeah, for the injury part, you try not to think about that much. You just kind of go out and play. And again, I think when you're called on the bench, you just always have to be ready for when that moment comes. And my attitude was just to try to go in and help the team in any way that I could, and try to get a goal and get us back in the game. And fortunately, I was able to do that. But completely a team effort. Like I said, super proud of the group and the fight that we had.
Definitely a team effort, but everybody knows how much you want it, how much you grind. I heard or I read that when you walked into the locker room, they cheered you on. Like, you talked to us about that?
Yeah, definitely. It was an emotional moment for sure. I think, like with the Sounders, with the national team, we have an amazing group there, amazing group of people, obviously players, but off the field, a really tight-knit group, and so everyone supports everyone. And it was a great moment walking back in the locker room, having the guys cheer for me. But I think that's across the board. Everyone's just supporting everyone, and it's a really tight group. How
easy it is for you to transition that momentum, into this Saturday big game against LAFC?
Yeah, I think I've said this before. I'm a goal scorer. I like to score goals, and so whenever you're scoring goals, you feel confident. And so whether that's with the national team or the Sounders, the next game you play and you're feeling good. So I'm feeling good, excited to be back with the group, and it's a big game, so it'll be really fun.
LAFC just made a big signing. Obviously, he won't be there this weekend, but what are your thoughts on Chiellini coming to MLS?
Yeah, he's a great player. Obviously, his pedigree speaks for itself. It's exciting to see players like this come to the league. I think just shows that the growth of the league is continuing to get better and better, and the quality is continuing to grow. So that's a good signing for them. I'm excited to see them play.
Now that you've played this team, LAFC, talking about as much as you have, what's the most important thing for the team to do to get a good result this Saturday?
I think playing our game, knowing how we can play. They know they're a really dangerous team. They have a lot of really good attacking pieces, so limiting those chances for them. And then at home, we always want to come out on the front foot, play with passion and intensity, and kind of bring it to them from the first minute. So, but we know the quality that they have, and we got to try to stifle that from the beginning.
I know you guys never like to talk about must wins or anything, but LA being in first place, what kind of measurement is this in the mental side of the team going into a game like this when you're playing a team that's the #1 team in the league?
Yeah, it's always exciting. I think for us, we want to continue to move up the table. We're not where we want to be yet, of course. Obviously some good results recently, but we want to continue to move up the table and get closer to that position that they're in. So whenever you play teams above you, it's an important game to get that swing.